We tend to think of reincarnation as the human soul recreating itself into new life or body. People say new year, new me, but you don't need to wait until New Year's. Change can happen in an instant. This is rebirth. If you want lasting change, you need an identity shift. See yourself as the person you want to be now, as if you already are. The truth is, you can only change in the present. Even in spirituality, miracles and spiritual awakening happen only in the present moment. The past you see that keeps the you now alive is an illusion. The past is a story that you hold on to keep the self you are now alive. There is only the present moment. Once the shift happens, a sequence of events through synchronicity will bring you to what you want to make a reality. An identity shift creates a state of being, or I am. Most people live on autopilot. To me, this is no way to live. This is the equivalent of being a zombie. So quote, many people die at 25 and aren't buried until they are 75, Benjamin Franklin, end quote. The Walking Dead, in a way, are real. Life becomes boring, mechanical, and lacks spirit. People are sometimes afraid of change, but it doesn't have to be bad. Change is going to happen whether you like it or not. Change for the better. Think about it like this. The you now is most likely different from the you 10 years ago or even 5 years ago. A lot of people are stuck in the past of how they used to look or be. Something changed. Every day we make choices, whether they are big or small, that change the trajectory of our lives. Before reincarnation can happen, what is the one thing we think of? The transition? Death. In a sense, for you to be different, the old you has to die. The identity or the idea you have about yourself has to die. Have you ever looked at an old picture of yourself and cringed thinking, what was I thinking? No cringe equals no growth. We cringe because we don't identify as that person anymore. That person is not you anymore. It was you. The person you were even last year is not of this world anymore. Death is not just the idea of your physical body dying. It is the dissolution of the ego identity. In the context of this video, it is the death of the idea of how you are being. Life can be lived consciously or unconsciously. Life transformation begins with a deliberate and purposeful decision to instigate change. Be careful of how you think of yourself. Self-talk manifests into existence. This is why mindfulness practice is important. You are the I am. Your actions are consistent with how you think of yourself. For example, I never think of myself as a smoker. I never think, I am a smoker, so I never smoke. Being and doing are connected. By being what you are, you do the actions. Through your actions, you reflect the essence of what you are being. Life wants to expand and grow through you. If something isn't growing, it's dying. In other words, being a zombie. Here are some of my favorite quotes from the book, The Science of Getting Rich, that talk about the expansion of life. So quote, when an organism has more life than can be expressed in the functions of its own plane, it develops the organs of a higher plane and a new species is originated. Wallace D. Wattles. In nature, this would be a caterpillar becoming a butterfly. Humans also often undergo personal transformations, evolving and developing new aspects of themselves as they grow, learn, and adapt to new circumstances and challenges in life. Okay, next quote. So quote, the intelligent substance which is all and in all, which lives in all and lives in you, is a consciously living substance. Being a consciously living substance, it must have the natural and inherent desire of every living intelligence for increase of life. Every living thing must continually seek for the enlargement of its life, because life, in the mere act of living, must increase itself. Wallace D. Wattles, end quote. So, in other words, the desire you have to want and be more is the same universal power that makes a seed grow into a tree. You are life itself being expressed. It wants you to have more and be more because life is creation and increase. Some people are trying to express life through lower means, less conscious ways. So those who tend to choose the lesser do so out of ignorance or some lack of development, whether it's physical, mental, or spiritual. This time of the year, many people have their New Year resolutions to go to the gym, but most will fail. So the following are said to be reasons why people quit the gym, but can also be applied to other habits or things. So 1. Lack of motivation. 2. Time constraints. 3. Financial reasons. 4. Plateauing in progress. 5. Lack of enjoyment. These are never the real reasons. These are excuses you come up with to keep your current identity alive, so you don't have to change. There's something more fundamental that I think most people don't realize. It's how you see yourself, your identity, your vision. A weak vision is not inspiring enough to carry you through the difficulties of what it will take for you to change. The word inspiring means something that lifts your spirits or motivates you deeply. The root word inspire comes from the Latin word inspirare, which means to breathe into or to infuse, to animate the soul. It often touches your spirit or inner self, motivating or moving you in a profound way. This is the power of spirit or inspiration. It comes from a higher power. With a strong vision in the form of the I am of what you are being, you bring the future in your mind's eye into the present. The right information, people, or whatever you will need will be brought to you through the law of attraction. Anything you lack will be brought to you through being and doing. As you give what you are, you receive. Okay, it's action steps. So 1, write down the desired outcome of your life in the present tense, starting with I am. What is your vision for the future? Okay, 2, write down the worst outcome of your life. What is your anti-vision for the future? If you don't make the conscious decision to change now, it will be more of the same. Nothing will change for you. Don't wait until a particular time, like New Year's, for change. So according to Parkinson's law, so work expands so as to fill the time available for its completion. So if you give yourself 1 year to do something, it will take that long for it to be done. If you need help making sense of this, if you are ready to become a new you, schedule a call by DMing me on Twitter and let's talk. I hope this video was helpful. Like, subscribe, share with a friend, and I'll talk to you next time.